They got a pre-selection problem because in line in Rob Oakeshot's seat, you had the National Party pre-selecting Tony Abbott's best man and his wedding, but then, of course, now a Liberal candidate is emerging in that area. Angry Anderson seems ready to stand for whatever party in whatever spot. He just needs a bit of a nudge. And then you've got Barnaby Joyce in Maranoa, possibly contesting Bruce Scott. Has any of that got the potential to cause a bit of internal friction between the Nationals and the Liberals?
Well, you'd reckon. One or two or all of those things could cause a bit of friction. I mean, in the end, I suppose Tony Abbott's loyalties will have to lie with his party, won't they? But that would be difficult for him. There'll be some concerns about Barnaby Joyce's shift and the implications of that. He's very popular, but sometimes he can be a little bit unpredictable. So I think, you know, and Angry Anderson, well, we've seen in the past that some who haven't been able to decide which party to join have made a reasonable fist of it, and I think Brendan Nelson was the one that couldn't decide whether to go left or right many years ago, and he did okay. But it's never a good thing, I don't think, when you're thinking about going into politics, that you can't quite choose which party you want to join. But he
will be in one of those really difficult three-cornered contests. We just don't know what corner he'll be in. But they are difficult to manage, aren't they, those contests?
I think they really... And before this gets embarrassing, and I think most people probably don't take a hell of a lot of notice of it, except maybe when Angry Anderson gets in the news and you think, how brilliant would it be if he was, you know, on one side of Parliament
and
Peter Garrett on the other. They could have an 80s kind of
Peter Garrett, by the way, is his role model, which is interesting.
Clearly not politically, but they need to sit down and work out and carve it up basically, and work out whether or not you know, who's going to have what seat and what they're going to do about it, because it gets embarrassing and it looks hubristic because they're fighting over the spoils of an election that they haven't won yet.
Yeah, although there was a bit of this in '96, there were a number of independents, especially in WA, that the Liberal Party couldn't keep in the tent because Noel Crichton-Browne was running muck in those days. So it's not the first time this has happened to Coalition in anticipation of a landslide. They do act up.
OK, more with our panel shortly. Karen Middleton, Jacqueline Maley and George Megalogenis. But now it's time for Talking Pictures.